Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of The Grammar Geek. In the previous episodes, we looked at the various parts of speech in brief. Now, let us look at each one of them in great detail. Today, we are going to look at articles. Do you remember what I had told you about articles last time? Yeah, they are like the dash of salt and pepper in your dish. Without them, the dish would be too bland. So let us first begin by looking at what articles are. Articles are words that define a noun as specific or unspecific. I know you're wondering what I mean by specific and unspecific. Let me give you some examples. Look at these two sentences. Give me an apple from the basket. Give me the apple which is on top of the pile. You just looked at that apple on the top of the pile, didn't you? Well, in the first sentence, by using the article an, we have created a general statement implying that any apple would do. So, when I ask you for an apple, you could randomly pick an apple from the basket and hand it to me. However, in the second statement, by using the article the, we have shown that it is a specific apple that we are talking about, and that apple is at the top of the pile. Therefore, depending upon whether the reference is to something specific or unspecific, articles can be divided into two types, the definite article and the indefinite article. The is a definite article. A and an are indefinite articles. When I say, pass me the pen, I'm talking about a specific pen that we both can see and not just any pen. When I say the hills of Chikmagalur are beautiful, I'm talking about a specific hill and not all hills. We use the definite article the for something we are specific about. On the other hand, when I say pass me a pen, I'm okay with any pen that you give me. Or when I say I would like an orange, I'm okay with any orange that you give me. Therefore, a and an are indefinite articles. Now, armed with that knowledge, let us look at how to use indefinite and definite articles in a sentence. As with math, English grammar also has some rules. So let us look at rule number 1. An is always used before a vowel sound. Now you must note that I have specifically mentioned vowel sounds and not just vowels. So words beginning with the vowels A, E, I, O, U make vowel sounds such as A, I, O, A and A. Like apple, elephant, ice cream, orange, uncle. Therefore, we use an before all these words. However, there are certain words that begin with a consonant but sound like they start with a vowel because the starting letter is silent. For example, R. R starts with an H but the H is silent. Therefore, it sounds like it starts with an O and R. We use an before it. Likewise, an heiress, an honor, an honest man. We also use an for abbreviations of qualifications that start with the vowel sound, like an LLB, an MBA, an MLA, and so on. The indefinite article A is used before words that begin with a consonant sound. Consonants are those 21 letters of the alphabet except the 5 vowels. Therefore, A is used before bag, which begins with a ba sound. Snake that begins with a sa sound. Table that begins with a ta sound, and so on. Keeping that in mind, we must also observe that there are certain words that do begin with a vowel, but do not make the vowel sound. How? Let's look at these words. university. Though this word begins with a U, which is a vowel, it does not produce the R sound. Instead, it produces the Y-O-U sound. Hence, we use the article a before it. So do union and unicorn. European begins with the vowel E but does not produce the E sound. It produces the U sound too. When we say one, we realize that though it starts with the O, it produces the W sound. Hence, we use a before all these words. Let's look at the second rule now. We use indefinite articles when we mention something for the first time. I met an old man at the bus stop. We use an before the old because we are mentioning him for the first time in the sentence. Similarly, she saw a bear under the tree. Rule number 3 says we use an indefinite article when we describe someone's profession. Instead of saying she is ophthalmologist, Ron is policeman, we say she is an ophthalmologist, Ron is a policeman. Now let's look at the next rule. When we use singular countable nouns, we use an indefinite article. Singular nouns are those that are one in number, and countable nouns are those which can be counted. Like banana. If you want one banana, you could say give me a banana. Similarly, I saw a bear, meaning you saw one bear. Give me an umbrella, which tells me you need one umbrella. Here, the article a or an tells us that the noun that is used is one in number. However, if we look at uncountable nouns like rice, money, sugar, tea, or cotton, we do not use indefinite articles before them. We cannot say pass me a rice or I do not have a money or add a sugar to the milk. We can use quantifiers like some, any, many, much instead of them. We can say pass me some rice, give me a little sugar, I do not have any money, and so on. Also, when we use plural nouns, we do not use indefinite articles before them. I could say I do not have an orange, but make that plural and you cannot say I do not have an oranges. The right way to say it would be I do not have any oranges. Let's look at the last rule. We use indefinite articles before descriptive adjectives too. A brave boy, an intelligent girl, a proud peacock, an independent nation. Well, that's all for today. In the next class, we will look at some rules for the definite article the. If you have any doubts, don't hesitate to ask me. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you and see you soon.